Hi, today we're going to be taking a look at camp beds, airbeds and the different types of pump available. But before that, I'd like to explain the pros and cons of airbeds and camp beds versus the main alternative, the sleeping mat. Generally speaking, airbeds and camp beds are the most comfortable option. They lift you further from the floor, that really smooths out any lumps and bumps, and they're also easier to get in and out of. On the downsides, they're a little bit bulkier than a sleeping mat, so they're really the preserve of the car camper or for home use. And also, being higher volume when set up, they're not suitable for the smallest of tents. So you've decided to go for an airbed. Now we need to talk about the pump to inflate it with. Firstly, we've got the manual pumps. These are generally the most inexpensive and also, in a way, probably the most reliable because you're not depending on another power source. Things start with the foot pump. It has both an inflate and a deflate option, and it's a pretty easy thing to use. You can just stand there and blast away with your foot until your airbed is full. Manual pumps have moved on a little bit now because you also have the stirrup pump. These are significantly more powerful than the foot pump because they have a dual action. They pump both on the downstroke and on the upstroke. They also have an inflate and a deflate option as well, and tends to work a little bit better than on the foot pump. The only thing to note with these, they can make your back ache a little bit, so for people with limited mobility there, you may want to consider the foot pump instead. The first of which here is the battery operated version. This one runs on 4 D-cell batteries, and these are great because they're less effort than the manual pumps and they can be used at any location. Also worth noting that, like the manual pumps, all of the electric pumps have both inflate and deflate options. Following that, we have the mains electric pump. This one runs on a household 240 volt socket. These are the most powerful option and they're ideal if you camp on electric hookup or if you're using airbeds for guests around the home. Finally, we have the 12 volt option. So this will run off the cigarette lighter in your car or via an adapter socket from a leisure battery. These are sort of more powerful than the battery one and not quite so powerful as the 240 volt, but in my view, the most versatile because if you're car camping, you will always have a supply of 12 volt power. It's also worth noting that all of these pumps will come with a full set of nozzles to suit any airbed you're likely to have. Well, we hope you feel better briefed about the benefits of beds and pumps. Until next time, sleep well.